Next from Springfield, we talk with State Representative Mike Zalewski about his proposed bill that would change drug packaging for prescription pills in order to prevent drug abuse. This runs about 5 minutes.
Representative Mike Zalewski, thanks for joining us on the Illinois Channel. And as we are here at the fall veto session, you have some legislation that you're discussing and going to have a hearing on that would put more controls on the way certain drugs are packaged. Could you tell us what is the problem and what is the solution that you're proposing?
Well, pill abuse is the problem. Drug abuse, unintended drug abuse through using high-powered pain medicine. And we want to create a deterrent effect by using modern technology developed by private industry to make sure that we can protect Illinoisans.
And some of these this is not the run-of-the-mill drugs, it's really like the
Valium, Oxycontin, Vicodin. Those are the types of drugs we're discussing.
And as I understand it, one of the issues that was brought to your attention is people sometimes will become inadvertently or accidentally hooked on the taking of these pain. They suffer some malady, they're taking a very strong opiate pain medication, they become hooked on it, and then they start abusing it. So this would help to control that.
The story we are focusing on is the story of an individual who has a run-of-the-mill malady like a kidney stone. He gets prescribed a small dosage of pain medicine, but he finds himself in a position where he can't stop taking it. What we want to do is create a little bit of an artificial barrier there. So what we'll do is we'll consider a capping mechanism on the bottle that will be a lock so that he doesn't have the combination and he can ensure that he doesn't abuse the pill.
The combination would be, I guess, set by the pharmacist when you get the bottle, and then
I was just handed in the middle of the interview. Breaking news: this is what the device looks like.
So let's see if I might have you hold that up, and we'll take
absolutely.
a bit of a.
It's a 4-digit mechanism that you can see is like a safe, and you can sort of set the combination, and you can't.
Okay, let me have that.
You
just hold that, maybe.
You can't access it until you have the combination.
So there's 4 digits up there, and then these would be set by the. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, you just turn that, and then you can unlock the bottle. And now, how does this add a great deal of expense to the packaging?
What we're trying to do is avoid that. So we don't want this to be a mandate. We want it to be an incentive. We want pharmacists to want to use this. So that's the purpose of my legislation, is discussing the ways to do that.
Have these bottles, how new are they? Have they been used elsewhere? And if so, with what results?
I think this is an emerging technology. I'm sure it's gaining popularity throughout the United States. What we want to do is we want to bring it here to Illinois.
Do you have any idea how much of a cost this would add to the package?
Well, again, we don't want to make it a cost. We want to incentivize its use, so we're going to determine the best way to do that.
Have you heard, I mean, you gave the one example we mentioned, but is this a large problem as far as people becoming addicted?
I think it's an ever-growing problem. I think, unfortunately, we see people are diagnosed with pain maladies and, knee surgery, hip surgery, kidney stones. They get prescribed pain medicine, and unfortunately, they become addicted. And we want to deter abuse. We want to make sure that we're protecting patient safety, deterring abuse, and going forward, that's what we're going to try to do.
Okay, and as we're here at the fall veto session, you don't have a bill number yet. What do you see as the process, the legislative process on this issue?
Take some testimony, hear from the advocates, hear from the Department of Professional Regulation on what they think about it, and then determine the best way to move forward.
And then based on that, we may or may not see some bill in the spring session?
I intend to file a bill in the spring.
Okay. All right, well, Representative, thank you again for joining us.
Good luck to you.